with Disney's Beauty and the Beast Jr. from Elizabeth Pinkerton Middle School.
Once upon a time in a faraway land, a young prince lived in a shining castle.
Although he had everything his heart desired, the prince was spoiled, selfish, and unkind. But then, one winter's night, an old beggar woman came to the castle and offered him a single rose in return for shelter from the bitter cold. Repulsed by her haggard appearance, the prince sneered at the gift and turned the old woman away.
But she warned him not to be deceived by appearances, for beauty is found within.
And when he dismissed her again, the old woman's ugliness melted away to reveal a beautiful enchantress.
The prince tried to apologize, but it was too late, for she had seen that there was no love in his heart.
As punishment, she transformed him into a hideous beast and placed a powerful spell on the castle and all who lived there. Ashamed of his monstrous form, the beast concealed himself inside his castle, with a magic mirror as its only window to the outside world.
The rose she had offered him was truly an enchanted rose, which would bloom for many years.
If he could learn to love another and earn her love in return by the time the last spell fell, then the spell would be broken. If not, he would be doomed to remain a beast for all time.
As the years passed, he fell into despair and lost all hope. For who could ever learn to love a beast? Finished already?
Oh, I couldn't put it down. Have you got anything new?
Not since yesterday.
That's all right. I'll borrow this one.
That one? But you read it twice.
Oh, it's my favorite. Far off places, daring sword fights, magic spells, the prince in disguise.
If you like it all that much, it's yours.
But sir.
I insist.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Look, there she goes, that girl is so peculiar. I wonder if she's feeling well. With a dreamy far-off look, and her nose stuck in a book. What a puzzle to the rest of us is Belle.
Oh, isn't this amazing? but she's...
The most beautiful girl in town.
I know, but...
And don't I deserve the best?
Well, of course you do.
Right from the moment when I met her, saw her, I said she was gorgeous and I fell. Here in town there's only she who's beautiful as me. So I begged her to go with Mary Bell.
Look there, he goes. Is the teacher in me? Monsieur Gaston? Oh, he's so cute. He's still, my heart, I'm hardly breathing. He's such a tall, dark, strong, and handsome. Bonjour.
Olga!
Dick, you call this baby?
What lovely grapes! Cheese, penny on pound.
Excuse me!
I'll get the nuts.
Please let me through! Just watch, I'm going to make Belle my wife!
There she goes, that girl is strange but special, a most peculiar mademoiselle. It's Pinty Anderson, she doesn't quite fit in, but she really is a funny girl, a beauty but a funny girl, she really is a funny girl. That Belle.
Papa, you really did it. Here, I made you start with the lunch fair. Hi, Papa.
Bye-bye, Belle. Crazy old Maurice. Crazy old Maurice. Look who I'm afraid I've been thinking.
A dangerous pastime.
I know. That wacky old coon is Belle's father, and his sanity is only so-so. Now the wheels in my head have been turning since I looked at that loony old man. See, I promised myself I'd be married to Belle, and right now I'm evolving a plan. If I,
Yes.
then we,
No.
yes,
Now I get it. Let's go.
no.
One plus like Gaston, takes cheap shots like Gaston, with silvers in the marvelous crackpots like Gaston.
So his marriage too soon will be celebrated. My what a guy, Gaston. Time for dinner. Where is she?
I'll go check on her phone for a minute. Try to be patient, sir. The girl has lost her father and her freedom all in one day.
Master, have you thought that this girl could be the one to break the spell?
Of course I am. Not a fool.
She's not coming.
What did you say?
She's not.
I'm the master of this castle, and I order you to come to dinner.
No, thank you.
Fine. Then starve.
Master, please.
She does it for me, and she doesn't eat it all.
Enchanté, mademoiselle.
If there's anything we could do to make your stay more comfortable, anything at all. I'm a little hungry. Except that. Cogsworth. All right, dinner, but keep it down. If the master finds out about it, it'll be...
Oh, what is dinner without a little music? Hey, mademoiselle, it is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you tonight. And now, we invite you to relax. Let us pull up a chair as the dining room proudly presents your dinner. Our guest, be our guest. Put our service to the test. Tie a napkin round your neck. Shetty and we'll provide the rest. Soup du jour, hors d'oeuvre, why? We only live to serve. Try some great stuff.
It's delicious.
Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. They can sing, they can dance. I'm always busy runs, and the dinner here is never second best.
perfect taste that you can bet. Go on and lift your glass to won your own free pass to be our guest.
If you're stressed, it's fine dining we suggest.
Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest.
It's a guest, sakes alive, I'll be blessed. Wine's been poured and thank the Lord, I've had the napkins freshly pressed. With dessert, she wants tea.
If my dear, that's fine with me.
While the cups do their self-chewing, I'll be bubbling, I'll be brewing, I'll get more. Hot, sakes alive, we want the company and rest.
We got a lot to do.
Is it one lump or two? For you are guest.
She's our guest. She's our guest. Be 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 our guest. Our command is your request. It's been years since we had anybody here, and we're obsessed with your meal, with your ease. Yes, indeed, we aim to please. While the candlelight's still glowing, let us help you, we'll keep going. Horse by horse. Run. Now I'm done. Then we'll sing you off to sleep as you digest. Turn up your prop your feet above your now let's eat up. Be our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. Please be our guest.
Waving their torches and weapons.
Once gathered in front of the beast's castle, they carefully make their way inside, while Gaston made his way to the west wing.
Ha! You're even uglier in the flesh! Did you really think a girl like Belle would a thing like you? She despises you, beast! No! And so for beast, Belle's mine! No! Let go of me! Please! I'm begging you! Let go of me! No! No! Can't! Out!
Belle, you came back. Of course I came back. I couldn't let them. Only come sooner. Maybe it's better this way. We're together now. You'll see. At least I got to see. One last. No. No, please. Don't leave me. I love you.
amazing way to start the morning. What a great performance. Weren't they great? Oh my goodness. You guys just did a great show. You woke me up this morning. I loved it. And I'm going to specifically talk a little bit about how fantastic your dancing was and your movement. I just want to focus on that for a moment, because from the very beginning of your show, you were all crouched down, and then as a group, they were such a strong ensemble. They told a story with their bodies, with all of their movement. From the moment your show started, I saw a castle from just the way you were storytelling with the movement. That was just so wonderful. And then specifically, the narrators were clear and strong, but I also saw a story being told through movement alone, the story of the rose, and I thought that was so strong. It was a great way to start the show. Storytelling with your whole body, and I think you as a whole ensemble, everybody did a great job of that throughout the show, where you kept telling me stories about your characters during Provincial Town. I saw different characters in the movement. I saw somebody yawned, I remember, and I was like, oh, she's a character very different than the characters over here. It was really wonderful how you brought your different characters to life, often without any talking or any dialogue, and that's a very strong and difficult thing to do, and I think that that really helped your show from beginning to end. The wheelbarrow was wonderful. I loved that. Be Our Guest was wonderful, but also the detail of when you made the circle, how people crouched down in front so I could still see the faces. Good attention to detail so we could keep seeing your faces. The fight choreography, great job on that. It was telling me a story. It wasn't just goofing around. I felt like you were really telling a good story. Same thing when the beast died and came back to life. Everybody was participating. And I sort of saw the magic of with the fingers and everything. It was great storytelling through your whole bodies. And I just want to congratulate each and every one of you for doing that, because that enhanced the entire show. All right, great job.
I just want to absolutely reiterate everything that Dean just said, because I absolutely saw the story come to life in their bodies and their voices and your faces. One thing I'd like to offer the group to consider is to consider where your character leads from, we call this their center. Where is the center for your character? And as you're continuing to define your relationships and the story and really finding your own way of crafting your character, consider, does your character go from the head? Are they someone who thinks from their head? I think maybe Belle thinks from her head, right? Is this a character that thinks with their heart? Or is this a character that thinks from their gut? They sort of are more about sort of this gut reaction of things, which I think Gaston's sort of more like that, right? So think about where does your character live, and that can maybe really inform some of these additional choices that you're already making, really clear choices, don't get me wrong, but this could really take you even further with creating a real life character on the stage, telling the story together, and your ensemble work was excellent. Well done, well done.
Bravo to you, ladies and gentlemen. You know, there are a couple of times, I'm sure you're the same way, my heart felt, you know, the whole room didn't move, and it's a packed room. But those motions, it took you up and down. It was originally done, of course, from the cartoon, from the movie that you all pictured. You didn't need your costumes. They didn't need sets. You saw everything very clearly. You took those emotions, as Julia said, right there. So we needed that. Beast, I'm a little afraid of you. Yeah, I'm a little bit afraid of you. So you took us right there. And I'm sorry those of you who couldn't see that moment, but you felt the moment when he was right down with her. And everything, you felt it. You didn't need to see everything. And that's what the craft of theater is with all that. Use your faces and you developed your character. And some kids don't take that to the element you did. And that was really lovely. And creating all those pictures. This is one of our biggest shows in the catalog. I mean, if you've done it, it's got more scene changes than you want to know in life. But it's worth doing once, just so kids can understand that transition. You saw it without the scenes, but they're doing it with each other, so it was great. I'd love to try one thing, because I think you kind of have a little of a secret weapon in the back that you're not using it. Can we start, what's the phrase right before "Tale as certain as the sun," where you all sing together at the very end? You all do that, and you're all singing an ensemble, then it gets into "Tales all this time." Let's get in that position and start there. Let's have a couple of you lovely people in the back pick up that thing, which I didn't like the looks of anyway. No, don't even hang it up. Let's just kind of roll it up and just push it against the back. I think I wished it down, actually. No, it was too skinny for you. It didn't look as good. Okay, so can we start there? Certain as the sun where you're starting, right in there. Can you all think about what you're doing and where you're looking? Go right ahead.
Certain as the sun.
All right, let's start right there. Everybody know where we are right now?
Yeah.
With that? Let's talk about your voice for a minute. You're not running around and setting a stage for the story right here. You're telling it right from here. Would you all just take your hands and think about the frame you want? It could be metal, it could be wood, it could be ornate, and make a frame around your upper torso, your head and your face. Go ahead, shape a frame with your hands like you want. All right, hold on to it now for a second, and put your head in and out of it. All right, bring it back. Now decide where you're going to look and find your focus point in the back there. I want you to cover the room. They paid $250 for these seats. So either you're going to go stage right, or you're going to go center stage, or you're going to go left. But I want everyone to look at it. When I say three, I want everybody to look through your frame with your character face, whoever you are. And believe me, you showed us who you were. Would you look through that frame at a different place, either center, right, or left? I don't have to tell you, but I want everybody in this room covered so they could never text if their life depended on it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Look. Hold it. Hold it. Look right above the people. Don't look at anybody you know. All right, pull it back in. Now give me another one. Change your look. 1, 2, 3. Yup. All right, and hold it. Now, would you look just a little above them? So you're about the thing of the exit line, but make all those people think you're looking directly at them. Okay? 1, 2, 3. All right, now would you put your voice in the same place? Certain. And where are we? Somewhere in there? We got to get at a close pitch. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, ready.
Certain as the sun.
All right, now all you need to do is put that automatic mic that you all have to learn to use when your mics die. And if you don't think the mics die on Broadway, they do. So you learn to do it without. Give me certain, but get the sound out to where your eyes went. Certain. Take a big breath with me. Ready? Let it all out. Now sip from your toes. Don't stop sipping and don't die on me. I don't know CPR. Here we go. Ready? Sip, 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 sip. Feel your chest open up. Stop. All right, touch the sternum thing right here. Julia was referring to that, and I use it a lot too. Pretend I got a string on that. Lift that up. Now look at your character. I don't care if you're a goofy character or a silly girl or the scary dude in the middle, whatever you are. Lift that up. Now hold that up. Sir, open that mouth and get that sound out those doors and wake up the other paw. Ready? And
Certain as the sun.
beautiful. Now add your face to it. Love the words. There's some words we call them high-calorie words and low-calorie words, okay? Which is pretty important. What word in that sentence? Well, certain, probably, and some. As, the aren't too important, okay? So use your face and use your eyes. You used them when you were acting. Here you go. Ready? And
Certain as the sun.
and put the N on the right time and call what we call a shadow consonant. Sun. When you're in a big ensemble. In your regular choir, no, you can't do that. But in an ensemble, it's so everybody can understand the words. So how about you have fun with certain with your face and have fun with sun and get the sound out there, and then we'll keep going. Ready? And
Certain as the sun.
keep going.
Rising in me.
Right up there. Change your focus.
Tale as old as time. Song as old as rhyme. Beauty and the Beast.
Bravo! Take a big bow. Your sound matched your bodies a little bit better. The story was like, I get it. They just summed up the whole story. Masterful job today. Thanks for starting out our plot so much.